Hello and welcome back to the Madmen with a Box live stream, our weekly live stream where we're here to talk about all things Torchwood.
No. Close.
Close? You don't
Close.
want Torchwood? You don't want to talk about the sex gas?
I mean, maybe eventually. It's getting about time. We're running out of content.
Yeah, and we didn't. None of us. I don't live in the UK, and I don't have a VPN, so I can't watch the classic episodes I don't have. You know, maybe Ian Levine was right. Maybe they need to just keep pumping out more of the collection. I'm just kidding. Ian Levine is never right. But we are back with another live stream. At the end of the stream, we'll be reviewing Day of the Daleks, the first episode of season 9. And it's the first time the third Doctor faces off against the Daleks. Pixel is happy because Daleks.
I do love Daleks. And you know what? They did look pretty good. Like, I did like their design quite a bit.
I think this is the debut of, that design of a gold Supreme Dalek. And then also the grey one that would be used for the entire era.
Yes.
Of the in color era until the show was cancelled.
But we have to discuss some other things before we get into.
Before that, you are frozen on screen, so maybe you
Turn
might
off
have to
my
keep it
camera.
off. Yeah.
Oh well. I hope y'all enjoyed my face while it lasted, because now you just have to stare at a bubble.
Yep. Pixel has no face.
I am the faceless one. Anyway, news. Let's get into it.
Yes, so there's only really two things to kind of talk about, and they both have to do with Russell not shutting up.
Well, we should probably talk about the fact that an episode was removed.
Oh yeah, that was that. I forgot about that. Okay, we'll talk about that. Something that's kind of connected to Russell because it was in his season.
Dun dun. An episode has been removed.
Yes, so the episode in question is Fear Her. So
the beloved episode. Everybody's mourning it. They're crying.
Nothing of value was lost. But it's been removed because Hugh Edwards has gone into... I haven't looked into this. There's some controversy that's happened with Hugh Edwards.
So
he's not a particularly good person from what I hear. And he was in the episode as a commentator because it was the Olympics episode. So they've removed it entirely. Again,
so here's the thing. He wasn't actually a commentator at the Olympics. From what I'm seeing, he was the one for the episode, and he has like a bit part. It's not even worth thinking about. This guy is all kinds of messed up and disgusting.
It's this kind of controversy.
Yes, it's that kind of controversy. And that's why obviously he's not working for the BBC anymore. But they shouldn't have taken down Fear Her. I understand why they did it, but it was still...
I feel like they're going to edit it and put it back up.
Then they should have edited it and just snuck it in.
Is it still off? If it's...
I don't know. I don't have iPlayer.
Oh, that's true. We're not British. Thank God.
I have it on Max. So,
It's still on Max?
Yeah, of course it's on Max.
I still got it physically, so... Hey, if anyone wants a copy of this Series 2 box set...
That's right.
I'd like a couple million for it, okay? It has a lost episode on there now.
Oh,
maybe 2, because apparently another episode got removed as well by accident.
What was it? Wasn't it Love and Monsters?
It was. So you take off the worst episode, and then you also take off the best episodes of Series 2.
Landry Q. Walker, you need... Oh, wait. That's not you. Okay. The next thing to talk about, though, yeah, no, I still feel this was a stupid move to go ahead and pull it down. Like, to go ahead and do that. If you wanted to replace that,
Such an easy thing to edit out.
yeah.
Surprised that's not what they did.
I don't even
Had a huge role in the episode. He was just a
How do
common.
you think they even do you think they have people that just go through old episodes and look for stuff that they should probably get rid of? Like, how do you even think about that? I don't think anybody wrote, "Hey, Hugh Edwards was in this bit part in one of your episodes of Doctor Who from 2006. You better get rid of it." Like,
I know they do it with other TV shows. Like, what was it? Like on Netflix, they got rid of the D&D episode because Ken Jeong wore blackface.
yeah.
But the thing is, that's the quote unquote joke, is that they think he's doing blackface, but he's like,
a drow.
he's in character. He's a drow. He's a dark elf. That's what they're supposed to look like, apparently. So that's the joke, that they feel uncomfortable that he's doing blackface, but he's not really doing black. He doesn't see the problem with it. He doesn't see, oh, I'm doing blackface. He's in character. I think, and then I know a couple of episodes of like Always Sunny were taken off.
Yeah, I don't approve of that.
So yeah, I feel like, yeah, take the episode down, but then edit it, because that is still an episode that is missing. Sure, it's not the most important episode ever, but it's still an episode regardless.
But
I for one cannot wait to see Ian Levine try to recreate this with AI.
Ian Levine's Fear Her. Fear Ian Levine.
Ugh.
All right. Next, it's time to shit. RTD says.
Oh no, actually, there's the thing I posted.
Oh,
underneath the Hugh Edwards and what Jimmy posted about Sylvester McCoy.
Oh, I mean, I can pull that up in just a second. Give me a second. Let's talk about this first.
Sure.
RTD.
We'll end on a good note while we spend this next few minutes shitting on RTD.
Yeah. So
yes. So in a few interviews, this one from SFX, Russell stating that, as it says here, I absolutely don't want to create any sort of mythology in which it is said that Sutekh was guiding the TARDIS for all those years. I just don't believe that at all. I think it needed the explosion that was big enough at the end of the Starbeast, when the TARDIS kind of goes mad and blows up. That's kind of what woke Sutekh up. No.
No, Jim.
No, Russell. No. Because then you wrote an Empire of Death that he was just there the entire time doing his own thing, setting up his whole becoming a god, doing the Susan triad shit everywhere the Doctor landed. So how could he just did he just decide I don't know, after Flux just to take a nap? And then Donna accidentally woke him up? I don't believe that, Russell. You wrote both of these episodes. Do you not proofread your own scripts?
Yeah, it's just stupid.
It's
Well, okay. Nobody has implied that Sutekh was guiding the TARDIS. They went ahead and said that he was riding the TARDIS, sure, but they never implied that he was guiding the TARDIS. He was just there and dropping humans off at every place that the Doctor landed. That's what the episode says. It's still stupid. Don't get me wrong. But it's not. Nobody is saying that he was guiding the TARDIS.
Well, that's all right then.
Sorry. Go ahead and use that. Yeah, no. That was... It's a stupid thing. Why you do this? Russell, Russell, please.
And
Please.
he doesn't make it any better with the next thing he says.
Oh, do we have to? Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Russell says that the 6-month gap. So when we talked about the Devil's Cord, we said that, oh my gosh, this is clearly out of order because they mentioned October.
Yes. They mentioned that
currently October.
Ruby mentions that they've been traveling for 6 months together. And
how many months?
How many months? And then in the next episode, it's her first time visiting an alien planet. I'm just like, really? In 6 months, you've only time traveled? You didn't do any space traveling either?
Yeah.
I mean, you technically did in Space Babies, but you didn't visit the planet. But
this isn't a reference. Russell says it's a reference to how Sarah Jane says she's from the 1980s when she's clearly from the 1970s, and that kind of always just messed with me, so I went ahead and did that. How does that solve anything? That's not a reference, and it doesn't solve anything for you. Excuse me, Russell. Are you just saying words? Are you just speaking as much as you can?
I've said this before, I think, ever since his comments about about Rose's dead name having like a meaning to it, which it shouldn't because it's a dead name. That sometimes Russell just really needs to shut the fuck up. Because he is just making things worse by opening his mouth and saying stuff like this. He is actually pissing off his fans doing this. Now, I'm all for a little trolling. I like to piss people off sometimes, but I'm not running a beloved sci-fi show. And I'm not trying to retroactively explain things that should have been explained in the episodes, because it makes me feel like you're a terrible writer, Russell, and I know you're not a terrible writer, although to be fair, this recent series I've got doubts that maybe you've kind of lost your edge when it comes to Doctor Who. But though, Russell, also, again, this whole series is also supposed to act as a jumping on point for new viewers, because you got on Disney Plus and all that. You're calling it Series 1. The new viewers are not going to know what the fuck Pyramids of Mars is in the whole Sarah Jane 1970s, 90s, 80s thing.
Yeah, and not only that, the part that is clearly a reference in the episode is that moment where they go into the future and it's all devastated. Like, that mirrors it. And that's clearly a reference. This is not a reference. You are just saying words.
And also,
put October in the
it's
script.
clearly stated that it's not like time is weird and like time moves differently when you're in the TARDIS and like, it's like whatever, 6 months. No, they treat it as if it's literally been 6 months. They have traveled for 6 months.
Yeah, if you go ahead and ask, if the time traveler goes ahead and says, how long has it been? What time is it for you back home? And they say October. How? How can you go ahead and say that, oh, well, it's just a reference? It's clearly...
And again, Russell, you wrote this episode.
It's a good episode, but stop saying
you wrote this. You wrote this episode, man.
That's right. You have an American and an Australian yelling at you right now. How do you feel?
We're both fucking offshoots of the British, so it's just we have to yell at them. So
that's fair. All right,
fair.
Time to talk about your good news.
Yes, my good news.
Good news, everyone.
For all you Australians, a doctor himself is coming to Australia. Sylvester McCoy's final tour. So he'll be visiting Melbourne, for the entirety of the month of November of this year. He'll be visiting Melbourne on the 10th, Adelaide on the 16th, Hobart on the 17th, Brisbane on the 23rd, and Sydney on the 24th. I will be there. I will absolutely be there for the Brisbane one.
Yep. I mean, it's his last tour around the world,
It's his
I guess.
final tour. This might be the only chance I get to see.
It will be
Another
your only
classic
chance to get to
Doctor.
see. Oh, okay. It'll be your only chance to see him because he's not going to be traveling anymore. He's still acting. He's still been acting. Like, I saw him in there's a show called, what is it called? Sister Boniface. That's a spinoff of Father Brown. And he was in an episode. Funny enough, the next season they had a Doctor Who spoof episode, like a classic. Oh, it's Professor X or something along that line. And it was so stupid, but it was fun. It was fun. And yeah, no, I mean, if he's coming to the US at all, you can bet I'm going to try to see him.
Yeah. So for us Australians, we're eating pretty good. Next month we get Fraser Hines and Katie Manning. I'll be there.
Very nice.
And then we get Sylvester in November. Hell yeah.
You're
So
winning.
you'll definitely can catch me there. I'll be there for both of them.
And now it's come to that point in the episode where we look
Day of the Daleks. Dalek.
Dalek.
Dave the Dalek.
That's how I used to say it as a kid.
Kid Hugh was a fucking moron.
I know, but guess what? I was just getting into Doctor Who at the time. So excuse me.
You idiot.
But no, Day of the Daleks. Episodes with time travelers and Daleks.
Yes, so. Day of the Daleks. This is the first serial of season 9, which is the second series of the Doctor and Joe. And it is notable for marking the return of the Daleks after they were retired 5 years earlier in Evil of the Daleks, because, again, as I always love to joke, Terry Nation had the fucking genius idea of thinking Americans will really love a Dalek show. I'm going to send the Daleks to them, and they're definitely going to greenlight a Dalek show.
To be fair, I mean, U.S. television, we had good things on, but we also put some stupid things on TV as well.
Now, so yes, this episode is written by Louis Marks. Featuring. Now, I didn't know this. You know the main human antagonist, the controller.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize him from somewhere?
He did look familiar. What's he from?
Well, he is none other than the confectionery shop owner in Willy Wonka that sings Candyman.
Oh my gosh! It's the Candyman.
The Candyman can sell humanity out. No.
Candyman can.
Now, the story of Day of the Daleks. So Day of the Daleks sees the return of the Daleks as a group of guerrilla forces travel back in time to prevent a future where the Daleks have taken over Earth. Oh. Now, I have seen this once before, but the only thing I ever remembered from it was the fact there were Daleks in it, and the whole when they were mind probing the Doctor, and it's like, he's definitely the Doctor. Here's these pictures of William Hartnell and Patrick Troughton to confirm it. That's all I remembered from it. Have you seen this one before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, but I didn't. I remembered less than that. And honestly, I just finished it a couple hours ago, and I've forgotten even more.
This story is weird because it's like even here, like reading on TARDIS Wiki, like both Pertwee and Manning acknowledge that the story is a fan favorite. I feel like it's a fan favorite because the Daleks came back, but it's like a kind of just okay story.
It's okay.
It's a plain story. There's an interesting concept, which is the whole the whole time travel aspect to it, like trying to change this alternate future where the Daleks have taken over, like again. But other than that, it's kind of just it's okay.
It exists. Okay. It is, and you know how I feel about Dalek episodes. I will try to fight for them, but this one is hard to fight for. I mean, we had spectacular stories with the Daleks against Patrick Troughton, and then guess what? They come back, and it is not their day.
It's definitely not their day.
The Ogrons are here.
It's just the Ogrons are there. I don't know why I found it funny. It's just like when they're reporting to the controller, and they're doing it in their Ogron voice, and then the controller asks, "No complications," and they just go, "No complications," just like a normal voice. I don't know why I found that funny. I don't know, but no, the episode itself, I do like the Third Doctor is, I really like, he's very weirdly charming in this episode. He just wants to drink wine. He just wants to have a drink.
That was the most entertaining part.
Just him running. Oh, he has a fine vintage.
Fine vintage. And what does Joe say to Benton in this episode? Oh, they're just going ahead. He's enjoying the wine. He's becoming a food connoisseur, something like that. And Brigadier's in this episode too, and I just wish I had something to note. Really.
Yeah. And also, like, the reveal, even though, it's called Day of the Daleks, the reveal of the Daleks is weird. It's like, here's a Dalek, and then it cuts. Dalek. It's not like they even, like, it would have been good for it to be like a cliffhanger reveal, but it's not even a cliffhanger reveal. It's like, here's the Daleks, and then it cuts. It just cuts. But yeah, other than that, there's not much I can say about this story because it's just there. I don't know how, like, this is, like, so fan-regarded. Because it's just a kind of just a middle-of-the-road story.
The TARDIS wiki likes to go ahead and note that most fans first encountered this serial by the way of the novelization or in the form of the audio recordings rather than the episode itself. Which,
okay, yeah.
I mean, maybe it's an entertaining read. I don't know.
Who knows?
It's like it's kind of like how Tomb of the Cybermen wasn't seen as I'm pretty sure, at least from everything that I can find, everybody says that Tomb of the Cybermen wasn't as regarded until it was, found again, till they could actually watch it. But everything else around it, Tomb of the Cybermen, kind of just existed as a story, at least.
But yeah, that's it. That's really all we could say about Day of the Daleks. It's just kind of there.
It's kind of there. I guess if we were going to give it a number, a ranking, what would you go ahead and do?
About a 6.
I'd give it a 6 too. Exactly. The only thing that I can say about this episode is the fact that when Curse of Peladon was coming on next, I was like, "Oh my god, that's such a great episode!" Coming up. Oh, I love the Curse of Peladon.
Now, I will give it this though. If this story, did you know that this story kind of inspired Days of Future Past?
You know what? I do remember hearing something like that.
I'm looking at it here at Wikipedia, as always, the best source on the internet. It says
totally untruthful, always.
John Byrne has stated that he unconsciously lifted the basic plot of Days of Future Past from Day of the Daleks.
Well, I mean, that's not hard to believe because it's just... That's the only part of this episode that could be considered interesting. The use of...
time travel to go back and change the future.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, that is like the most like kind of basic time travel story. It's like, oh no, the future is bad. We need to go back and change it.
Yeah.
But at least the Daleks came back.
John Pertwee would later say, "I have never liked the Daleks."
That's so funny. It's so funny because I think he had... I feel like he had this... He had the second most like Dalek stories in like Classic Who, because obviously, you know, First Doctor had quite a bit.
Yeah.
There was Daleks, there was the Chase, there was the Dalek Invasion of Earth,
the Chase.
Dalek Master Plan. I think...
Wasn't there one more?
I feel like there was one more. I'm going to look this up, actually. Dalek.
We have the time.
We have heaps of time. All right, so First Doctor, there was... so I'm just counting as like I'm not going to count like the Space Museum because they're in it, but they're not like the villain.
Mm-hmm.
So for First Doctor, you have the Daleks, the Dalek Invasion of Earth, the Chase, technically, the Chase, Mission to the Unknown, the Daleks Master Plan. So that's 5. Second Doctor had Power of the Daleks and Evil of the Daleks. Third Doctor, Day of the Daleks, the End of Frontier in Space.
There's what is it? The Planet of the Daleks.
Planet of the Daleks, Death to the Daleks. So that's 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth Doctor had Genesis and Destiny. Fifth Doctor had 5 Doctors, Resurrection. 6 had Revelation. 7 had Remembrance.
Wow.
So 1 and 3 are tied for having the most. Because Ninth Doctor has Dalek and then the 2-part finale. 10 has 2-part finale, Daleks in Manhattan, Evolution of the Daleks, and then Stolen Earth, Journey's End. 11 had Victory and the 2-part finale. Although they weren't really Dalek stories, so I'm not going to count that.
Yeah,
so Victory of the Daleks.
Victory of the Daleks.
And then
Which I always like Victory of the Daleks. We should review Victory of the Daleks because I love Victory.
Fine, we can do that next week.
Fine! Let's do it.
Fine then.
Go Power Ranger! Oh, sorry.
Oh god, yes.
I hate the Power Rangers, but I do love those colorful Daleks.
I love the Power Rangers, I just don't like the Power Ranger Daleks.
Paradigm Daleks, they were a concept that just needed to be fleshed out, which Big Finish did. Make sure to go check out.
But Moffat should have fucking committed to it.
He didn't write that episode though, did he?
I
That
know,
was a Mark
but
Gatiss episode.
He was the showrunner.
I know.
He's one that decided like 2 series later, I know we're bringing back the RTD design because Clearly the superior one.
A lot of people are tired of that design, Chris.
Every time they try to revamp it, it just doesn't work.
I know, because
They just
really
bring
can't.
back the
The
RTD ones because
only-
it worked. It worked. So
honestly, they should just that story they had for what is it? Destination Scarrow, wasn't that it? That design, that with the classic design, you go ahead and you just
agree.
buff it a little bit, and it's perfect. Yeah, classic, perfect.
Add a bit more color, but not in the degree that the Paradigm Daleks did it.
The Paradigm had colors for a reason. They wanted to go ahead and have specific jobs. It was cool.
Except
Teamwork
for Eternal,
makes the dream work. The Eternal.
The Eternal eternalizes.
You know, I've been watching a lot of The Office. And there's that episode where Dunder Mifflin is struggling a little bit, but that branch is doing great. So they go ahead and they make Jim co-manager to handle the day-to-day, and Michael is big picture stuff. The Eternal is Michael Scott in Doctor Who.
That's sort of helping.
No, it's not.
It's
But
really
you know
not
what?
helping.
You know what? I don't care. I just had to go ahead and think of things. You know what? That's my RTD moment of this episode.
Shut your mouth.
Shit.
Just saying shit because why not?
Why not? That's our episode, though.
Yeah.
It's short, sweet.
It's a short one this week, though. I mean, we could talk about, I don't know, the Big Finish side is still broken.
Fix it.
They shouldn't have changed it.
No.
There was nothing wrong with the old one.
I mean, according to the statement they put out today, they said that they've been working on it for over a year, going ahead and trying to get everything ready for this to go ahead and, I don't know, handle the upkeep. But
then it fucked up as soon as they
I
put
know.
it out.
I know. But you know what? I appreciate how patient people have been with Big Finish in that regard. Like, if you, at least everything that I see, nobody's like screaming. Except to you, Chris.
I am internally.
You're the eternal.
I'm the eternal Dalek. My job is just to scream eternally inside. Fix your fucking sight, Big Finish. Come on. You are not getting a dime out of me until it's guaranteed it's safe for me to do that. Because I don't trust that if I buy something, I may just magically not have it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. As much as I want to buy the 6th Doctor Adventures box set that comes out this month,
The Trials of the Time Lord. If I have to miss...
If your site's still not working, so you're not getting any of my money.
Yeah.
My pre-orders... well, the only one we have yet to get is Deathwall, because they pushed that back because of the site. Yeah, that's missing on when I go on the website, which are all from May onwards. Yeah, I'm missing all my pre-orders. Yeah, I'm missing all the recent ones that have come out as well on the website. Like, it says I don't have Operation Werewolf, Conspiracy of Raven, Goth Opera, like all of those.
Yeah, so we... Listen, Big Finish, we simply just need you to properly fix your shit.
You shouldn't have changed it. There was nothing wrong with it.
I don't understand.
Especially as I've talked about already, like that actual dashboard of like sorting through like all your purchases is like absolutely dog shit. It's legitimately garbage. You had a functioning one. You had an actual good functioning one beforehand. Now you just don't have one.
Yes.
It's literally just use the search bar. Good luck.
We need you to fix this for us.
Hurry up. You want my money? Fix your shit.
I simply really need. Oh, they need the eye have this icon again. Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. It doesn't actually tell you if you've already bought something. Because that was something that they had before, that like if you bought something, there's a little icon there that says, I have this. Like, you got this.
How are we supposed to know if we have it?
Yeah.
Tell us, Jason Higgeller. Tell us right now. Or else.
Like, how do you... Like, the new site is fancy looking, sure, but like, the user interface is garbage.
Well, welcome to the tail end of this evening to Jermaine. Hello.
Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. How are you? How are you? Am I taking it I missed the main event?
I mean, you can still talk about Day of the Daleks. Go right ahead.
All right, good. I'm glad because I enjoyed this serial a lot. I really did.
Someone
did.
had
I've
to.
never been. Was that again?
Someone had to, because we thought it was just okay.
Yeah, it was. No, it was. It was better than I thought it was going to be, which is a lot. It was a lot more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I was surprised how likable Jo was in this episode for me, even though she was, I guess, for lack of a better word, naive throughout the story. But
Yeah.
I like. If I had to say, my favorite character in it was actually the controller. It's like I like the little mini redemption arcs in Who, and my man, I guess he sort of light at the end, but I really enjoyed it because I thought it was a nice mix of Doctor Who, X-Men: Days of Future Past, and the Terminator.
You want to know why it felt like that? Is because John Byrne unconsciously lifted the plot of Day of the Daleks for Days of Future Past.
Imagine he did.
Yeah, he did. He literally said
Basically,
he did.
yeah. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. I thought that's usually in comic circles we always make jokes about Byrne's ego, but okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, you can see all the influences from it. I mean, I like the whole twist of the fact that the rebels were the ones who actually put the very events that they claim to be fighting against, started them off in the first place. So it was a pretty entertaining clip. It had better cliffhangers at the end of each episode that I'm usually used to when it comes to classic Who. So it's like, it's like if I was going to give it a rating, it would be definitely like a solid 6. But I could be talked into a 7. But I just thought it was just good. Yeah, it was good. It's fun. You can see definitely a lot of people who consciously and or subconsciously lifted from this episode. And I mean, it's hilarious. Pertwee taking out one guy one-handed while sipping on some wine. So, so one thing I wanted to ask about. There's 2 things I want to ask about sort of his run as the Doctor. So I guess the first thing is, why did they ground him production-wise? Why did they have the Doctor basically grounded on Earth? What was the thought process behind that?
I can't remember. They wanted it to be more like what was it? There's another TV show that was on at the time. It wanted it to be similar to that. The Quatermass series.
Really? Okay.
They wanted to be similar to that with this series, so they grounded him.
Mm-hmm.
It also could be it could also be a cost thing as well. It's slightly cheaper just to not always have to make like these big sets and everything or whatever. But I think Quatermass was like the influence.
So now, and was Pertwee, was he in full agreement with this? Did he make the best of it, or because I've at least from what they do with the official stuff, behind the scenes stuff, it's always made out like he wanted to play like more of a James Bond type of doctor. Was that just something he, like when he took the role, that's really what he's looking to do, or was it just something he just made the best of, since that was the direction they wanted to go?
I'm not sure. Let's have a look.
I'm pretty sure that was a production choice.
Yeah, it says here influenced by the James Bond series,
which
I think that was more of them changing the status quo of the show, like grounding him and making him. He's always had someone else be the action hero, but he's the action hero this time.
He's the action hero this time. Yeah, I mean, I thought the story.
Hire another Scotsman.
No, I thought the storytelling was clean. I mean, I like this a lot better than.
Yeah, I was just thinking about Jamie.
No, it's okay. I got you.
Jamie,
it's like Revenge of the Cybermen. It's like, it had as much going on, but it just seemed like even with like all the different kind of factions, different characters, it was just like a lot more clean and easy to understand. I mean, I like this version of the merger and acquisition Daleks. Taking over the universe by buying out one planet at a time. It's like I never thought I'd see the day when I see the Office version of the Daleks. It's like, you will meet this quota. And there was a lot of violence, like just in terms of people just being disintegrated and evaporated, just kind of like eat callously. And so where does this doctor figure in terms of the no-kill rule? Because it seemed like he was pretty quick on the trigger there to take some people out. I didn't sense any hesitation.
If I remember, the fourth Doctor breaks someone's neck or something.
Yeah, it's like. So how is he reconciling Joe's sort of viciousness, or at least
well, he's disarming them, I think, in most parts. But then again, the Doctor has always been a bit loosey-goosey with I don't kill, proceeds to kill.
Yeah, basically, it's like,
and I think it's it's really more to do with the new series enforcing that. The whole I don't kill, I never use a weapon because of the Time War.
Okay. Gotcha.
Whereas the classic era wasn't really that much of a thing. It's just you had the fifth Doctor kill a Cyberman. You had the sixth Doctor kill one as well. You had the seventh Doctor explode 3 gods.
Yeah. Then he started talking people into killing themselves. It's like,
yeah, that too.
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
If you had a number to rank this, Jermaine, what would you rank it?
He said 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, I think it'd be 6. Yeah, 6, maybe 7.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. No, it's okay. No,
we all gave it 6s. The devil's number.
Yep. Yeah, right. Yeah, like I said, it's it definitely is like if I was sitting down on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night and just wanted to watch something that was sometimes you want a story that just kind of entertains and gets you through. It doesn't have to have a real heavy message or anything like that. It's just got to be entertaining, and that's definitely what it was. I mean, there's little things you're lucky you just didn't get disintegrated by jumping through time, and everybody's jumped back and forth through time using this device at least 5 times. It's it's just at a certain point you just overlook stuff like that. It's just but hey, I thought it was good. I really liked the twist that the war that the guerrillas went back in time to prevent, they actually ended up causing it themselves. I thought that was cool. So yeah, I liked it. It's 6. If somebody would have pressed me or advocate for it, I could definitely give it a 7. So well done to everyone in charge of this one. We contributed to this point.
There
Definitely makes up for Revenge of the Cyber.
It's not hard.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that that'll do it for our episode this week. Join us next week as we review Victory of the Daleks. I'm hyped. I'm ready. My body is going to be in it. Now I'm going to go ahead and end this. Like, comment, subscribe. Kick us out of here, Chris.
Yes, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I have 3 videos to edit. I have one that's done. I have 2 more to edit. So we've got 3 reviews coming up in the future. So stay tuned for that. 4th one, maybe, once Pixel does his homework.
Yes. We'll get.
But that is all. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Javane, for joining us at the last moment. And we'll see you all in the next one.
ALLONS-Y. Oh, come on.